Hello, our canoe's name is Oh the Places You'll Row. We are from the Colorado School of Mines Concrete Canoe Team 2K20.
My name is Brittany.
I'm Lydia.
And I am Matt. Today we'd like to tell you a story of why our canoe looks like that.
When designing the hull, our thoughts were clear. We wanted to shorten the length so our paddlers could easily steer. At 16 feet, this canoe is quite small, yet still long enough for bulkheads and for our rowers to sprawl. A design deliberation was the depth of the keel. We chose a shallow V so our rowers could comfortably kneel. This also played a key role in the stability of the canoe. If we were to have made it deeper, tipping over would be an issue. Another consideration was the placement of the beam. To move it from center was decided by the team. With the beam 6 inches aft as a part of the design, it was thought that increased speeds could be achieved in record time. Our gunwale was not fully considered when designing the form. We chose to follow past teams and continue the norm. The top edge is smooth and was finished to be flat. A pool noodle will be placed to keep our top edge intact.
Designing each mix had its own set of tricks. In order to make sure we minimized waste, we created a plan for our materials with haste. In an effort to be environmentally clean, aggregate was sieved between 16 and -16. With the smallest of smalls, our structural mix was strong. Within it, the -16 formed a strong bond. The remaining aggregate, composed of 16, was used in aesthetic with structural between. For colors to be added, we needed a good base. White cement was chosen to fulfill this place. Though yellow is the primary color that is seen, other colors include pink, blue, orange, purple, and green. With lightweight material for the canoe in mind, air entrainer was added while the concrete was combined. The unit weight ended up being higher than anticipated, but the max allowed space for bulkheads was able to compensate it. Our planned aesthetic layers were too thin to easily place. With hands it was more effective, but our aesthetic was still too thick, like paste. We banded together and made a layer depth change to ensure that the material would not exceed admixture range. A perk of this thickness was that it was more consistent, but it added 200 pounds right in an instant. Although in the end we have a greater mass, we still have faith our paddlers can go fast.
From reduce, reuse, and recycle, we focused on reuse. We wanted a mold that was more sustainable and easier to produce. By using wood in place of foam, we could construct sections that were not back to back. Spaced 7.5 inches on center, these boards were far from that. This allowed for feet to fit in spaces in between, giving us the room to get real close and more easily lean. Our backs were tired from placing concrete, but fret we did not. The mold calculations didn't include our weight, so instead we had to squat. In order to get an accurate shape, our plywood was CNC'd. In doing so, we got our cuts to match our desired need. The next step in assembly was to attach the hardboard strips. These came in different widths to fit the geometry of our ship. The strips had one side that was textured and kind of rough. This gave a nice surface for the plaster to stay held up. With multiple layers of plaster laid down, light sanding was needed before we could paint all around. Last but not least, we glued on the vinyl. Before placing concrete, this step was the final. This mold would be nothing without all these little things. Craig screws, nuts, bolts, and brad nails brought it together behind the scenes.
These are a few of the things we did this year to make our canoe more fast and a word that rhymes with year. Thank you for hearing what we have to say. We'd love to answer any questions that you throw our way.